Welcome, just listening to the music. This game has pretty good, you know, songs, tracks, whatever you want to call them. So yeah, is the gate there? So last time, what did we do last time? We found some film reels. We opened the what is it called? Chest, coffer. Went back to the town. Had some dreams, and now we're going to the musicians district. Yeah, that's about it. Lots of cutscenes, lots of talking. This game is I like it, but it isn't much of a game. It has some puzzles which are very you don't have to travel a lot. They are just, very constrained puzzles. Good puzzles, but they are just there. But the game kinda tells you where to go, or else you don't play the game. But let's see, where were we? So we're at the musicians district. Basically this place where we started the whole thing, except in 1937.
Looks like this district has been more modernized than the antique shop district.
Oh, we can run again. Or maybe I just forgot it last time. I wonder who composed the music in this game, because it's really beautiful.
Don't do that. Stop it.
Oh, Scar.
Oh dear. Help. Help. Someone. Help. Put me down.
Oscar? Bet you can't catch it! Don't you dare! Put it down! Right now! All right, then. Oscar! Are you all right?
I had a bit of a bumpy ride, but I am glad to see you, Kate Walker.
Are we gonna chase him again?
I missed you so much.
I say, this display of emotion is most unreasonable, Kate Walker. I do hope you don't plan such profusion every time I change bodies.
It's just that I've been worrying about you. Where were you, Oscar?
Well, the mechanical instinct of my host took me for a ride, all across town. It took me the whole night to tame it, and that's when I bumped into those little rascals.
Yeah, lucky I was in the area, huh?
Quite. So, Kate Walker, what has happened since we parted at the Balaton River?
Maybe we should just sit down for a second, Oscar. This might take a while.
Please don't. Just, cut, please. Thank you.
And that's when Demoiselle Lenny gave me the address of the Music Academy in this neighborhood.
I see, Kate Walker.
You must think I'm crazy?
You must think
are.
I'm crazy, huh? Running after that girl, Dana, who must have died ages ago.
Well, Kate Walker, you know I have difficulty understanding illogical thought patterns. But in the end, what I do understand is that you need to find her. Is that correct, Kate Walker?
Yes.
That is correct, Oscar. I'm glad you're taking it so well.
I don't
Why?
see any fundamental difference between crossing Europe in search of mammoths, travelling on ostriches in an irradiated zone, or following your double. These are not things an automaton such as I take into consideration.
Any other thoughts, Oscar?
Okay.
Well, I guess I could ask you where we are heading, but truth be told, it doesn't really matter. I will follow you wherever you lead, and for as long as you require my services, Kate Walker. That's what an automaton does.
Thank you, Oscar.
Oh dear, I hope you're not going to become physical, are you?
No, I was just going to give you a pat on the back.
I would rather you
physical.
refrain from having such thoughts. I am not a dog, you know. Whatever next?
Anyway, we'd better get going, Oscar. And you'd better keep out of sight.
Oh dear, I don't suppose I have any choice.
Yay.
I'm so glad he's back.
I'm counting on you to transplant my mechanical heart as soon as we come across an XZ2000 automaton.
Sure.
Is it really necessary for me to be shut up in here, Kate Walker?
Sorry, Oscar, but I don't want to run the risk of losing you again.
Anything new in the diary? Yeah, this must be new. Dear Mrs. Foster, I hope this finds you well. I must admit that your last letter left me slightly confused. So Miss Walker called you called you a few days before you sent it, right? It's deplorable that she has once again refused to conduct herself reasonably and instead became hostile toward you. I fully understand your reservations as to trying to make Miss Walker return to the USA. Can anyone really help someone who refuses to be helped? Is there a limit to the number of times you can be pushed away by the very person you are trying to help? Believe me, Olivia, these are valid questions and questions that I frequently ask myself too. Haven't I too been treated harshly by Miss Walker and her various travel buddies? I was only trying to help her. Just a second. But it's important to put things into perspective. Kate Walker is still in mourning, right? In fact, she's in mourning not just for her mother, but also for her friends Katyusha and Oscar. Come on, how would he know? When she's alone in the middle of the night, who knows what terrible memories come to haunt her? How would he know? I suspect it's these feelings that are making her hostile to those who are only trying to act in her best interest. Wasn't it the case when she made that night call to you? So, with all due respect, no, I cannot give up the hunt for Miss Walker. So I guess it's just too bad if I have to go on now without the generous patronage of your patronage. Wow. Patronage of your good self and your husband Dan. My latest lead shows that Kate Walker went to the Academy of Music, and so that's where I'm heading today to try to find her. No dates. Some kind of memorial?
Victims of the genocide committed by the fascists during the Second World War. Oh, so many deaths. I hope Dana made...
Is it true? So now I have to find the place. What did I need to find? Go to the music academy. Use introspection before you go to the academy. Do I really? Where do I need to go? That way. Introspection. Oh, okay, is this the academy? Let's go up. This is the instrument, organ or whatever that Donna played 70 years ago? From this. Oh great, did I start introspecting?
I only know Dana as a waitress at the refuge, and yet everything seems to fit with her here. Not hard to imagine her coming here to the music academy to study. And who knows, maybe Leon waited for her outside one day as a surprise after returning from his Baltayar expedition.
Was that the introspection thing? It was. Don't make me play this. Do I have to play this?
Strange.
Okay, it's strange. Due to the forthcoming computerization of the mechanical orchestra of the musical square, playing this piano is strictly forbidden until further notice. Why would they do that? Fascists. So, which one is the academy? It has rained.
Wow. Pity I don't have time for some sightseeing.
Oh, it's a church of some kind? Well, some kind of. It's a church. What else? Some cafes. What is this?
That brand was everywhere in New York when I left. And now they've even got branches here.
Starbucks. Equivalent. Why did I come here again? Oh, great. I don't wanna go. Let's go to the... Maybe I'll have to come back here. I just wanna try the... That is so cool.
An automaton musician. Looks exactly like Hans's style. Like at Bohogstadt.
Right. So is this place here the academy? Just show it. Was it here? Must be this. Oh, I can go in. I've gotta wonder what the cafe was about, but hopefully we can go back. Wagen marks 60 years of liberation with Music Academy anniversary celebrations. When would this be? A ceremony that drew hundreds of people into the streets of Wagen culminated with a solemn tribute to the heroes of the liberation at Wagen Music Academy, followed by a jubilant outdoor ball on the musical square. The liberation shook Ostertal and renewed hope in the world, said the mayor of Wagen in an address at the symbolic Music Academy, where he decorated veterans and resistant members, including Mark Thomas, Jules Macquart, and Yvonne Leclerc. The Music Academy, a century-old teaching establishment before the war, became the commandanter of the Brown Shadow before hosting Allied headquarters after the liberation. Upon the departure of the Allies and thanks to finance from the Marshall Plan, it was able to recover its initial role as a place of musical learning. It was on a more somber note, however, that the rector of the academy concluded that the drop in number of inscriptions along with the continued decrease of council grants where was I? Over a period of 2 decades, due to austerity policies maintained by successive councils, have plunged the academy into a grave financial crisis. He warned that the academy is on the brink of bankruptcy, and indicated that the closure of the academy is imminent. Wagen's tribute to its liberation was the last in... Oh. Have to recharge the batteries again. Was the last in a series of 60th anniversary commemorations by Ostertal, marking critical moments leading to the capitulation of the Brown Shadow and the end of World War II. So just a magazine clip. And what do we have here? Eviction note. Oh, okay, well, there you go. Yeah. They couldn't pay the rent. What else?
So that's the famous Wagen Music Academy? It's not what I was expecting.
Not so famous anymore. That's kind of sad. What else? Inspect. Maybe they have a...
Guten Tag!
What now?
Oh.
If you're from
Jump
the council,
scare.
you can come back when I'm not so busy.
You gave me a fright.
Oh, sorry. You startled me.
So, now what do you want? Council minion?
I'm not from the council. I'm just a visitor here. I came because I was hoping to look at the file of a student from the 1930s.
Oh. I'm sorry, It's just that I haven't time for digging up old files from 70 years ago. I have way too much to do here, you understand.
I can tell you're a little overwhelmed. Where's the rest of the staff? Or maybe a
There is
student
no-
could show me.
You are standing in front of the rector and the only employee of this academy. My name is Maximilian Mahler, and it falls upon me to manage everything on the premises, the maintenance, the archiving, and the lot before we close next month. So, if you don't mind,
I'm very sorry to hear that the Academy is closing, and I can see you're extremely busy, but I've come such a long way to see it. I'd be so grateful if you could locate it. It's really important to me.
And so is this place important to me, too. And I would love to hear the mechanical orchestra play one last time before the Academy closes. But, alas, I can't, can I? Unless,
Unless what?
well, you know.
Well then. Okay, very well.
All right then. So if I get the mechanical orchestra going, you'll get me that file, right?
Oh, of course, Fraulein. Of course.
Okay, I'll give it a try. Believe it or not, I have seen mechanisms like the one on the square before.
Well, in that case, I promise to give you the file in return for your services.
Thanks.
But I must warn you that the square has undergone some transformations over the years, and some parts of the mechanism may be difficult to get to.
Don't worry, I'll make myself thin and slide between the cracks.
You'll find some of them scattered around the square, and some of the others you'll find in the clock tower. Now, if you'll excuse me for a second.
What are you...
Now, what is the name of that student you're interested in?
Rose. Dana Rose.
And what were the years she attended our illustrious academy?
In the 30s. 1937, to be precise.
Oh, and here it is. And here you will find the annual inspection reports of the mechanisms by Frau Beckmann.
Frau Beckmann?
She was the rectress of the academy during the years you spoke of. These are from 1937. You see, I have a marvelous memory regarding archives. This is why I have chosen Frau Beckmann's, because there's something in here regarding that Edna Droz you spoke of.
Dana Rose.
Quite. You will also find some sheet music with annotations. This is the Hymn of Wagen, which you must play on the piano on the square in order to activate the Orchestra of Automatons. Once you have fixed the mechanisms, of course.
Good luck with that.
All right then, here you go. What are you waiting for?
I don't think she knows how to play piano.
This sheet music corresponds to the piano part for the Hymn of Wagen.
Maybe
Someone's added annotations. They could help me play the hymn on the piano on the square, like the rector asked me to.
Right. Well, that's it. Maybe I'll just make Oscar
I just
play.
need to find that report the rector told me about.
Oh.
I wonder what it's supposed to represent.
This is... what?
The report that the rectoress of the academy filled in with the help of Dana back in the 30s. According to the present rector, I should find all the information I need to repair the mechanisms on the square. The report that the rectoress of the academy filled in with the help of... Music Academy Inspection Report, October 12, 1937.
Today, I was due to inspect the musical mechanisms that enable students to give a public display of their talent and enable us to showcase the quality of our teaching to the people of our beautiful town.
Okay. Back to the 1937.
Like every year, I needed a volunteer from our students to help me during the inspection, and this year's choice was obvious.
I'm fine, really.
Well, you're looking off color, darling, and on edge.
No, it's just that I haven't heard from Leon since he left with the Origin expedition from Kantar. And also,
Well, we've got company. You'll tell me later, Dana, darling. Meantime, be good and stay safe.
You too, Yunta.
Is everything all right? You look under the weather.
Like
We
me.
don't want one of our best and brightest to fall ill now, do we?
Minimize.
Thank you for asking, Frau Beckmann, but I'm just a little tired, that's all.
And who was that lady?
Just a friend I met this summer.
You do keep some surprising company, Fraulein Rose. Anyway, I have something for you that will take your mind off things.
Oh?
Would it interest you to see the mechanisms that enabled you to perform so brilliantly here last spring?
That would be wonderful.
Good. Come and join me at the kiosk when you have a moment. But don't be too long, though.
Okay. What do we have in the diary? I can only say that so much has changed since that memorable evening at the refuge when I first met Leon. Okay, 5th of September 1937. This past summer by his side has been like living in a dream, such a sweet interlude. Wagen, September 6th, 1937. I finally went to say goodbye to Leon, such a terrible separation, can't write anymore. Damn the brand Shadow and Frank Huss for putting us through this heartache just to satisfy his revenge. Wagen, September 14th, 1937. Last night I saw Junta, that's the filmmaker and Leon's friend I met last summer at the refuge. I can't think why such a well-known and free-minded figure should want to bother with an 18-year-old girl like me. She's probably just honoring the promise she made to Leon about watching over me, isn't she? Although I must say she does seem sincere. Maybe we're simply becoming friends. But that's not all. Junta gave me a letter from Leon. Sorry, I'm not a very dramatic reader here. The Origin expedition he went with has arrived in Kantar, the capital of Baltayar. Interesting name. Probably not the real country. As long as he's there, we can write to each other. Leon will send his letters to Junta, who will pass them discreetly to me, avoid any, let's say, awkward questions that my parents might ask about where the letters come from, and above all, about the sender. Wagen, September 21st, 1937. Is that 1 or 7? Oh, so excited. I saw Junta again today. She gave me another letter from Leon. Wow, so much text, but let's read it, just for fun. I know, this isn't fun, but... Apparently Herr Berger, the expedition chief, is being really horrible to him, and yet Berger knows full well Leon was forced into accompanying the expedition. But Leon makes Kantar and Baltayar seem so wonderful. I would love to go there with him, running across a land of dreams. Christmas seems so far away. I just can't wait to see him again, so much so that I'm even willing to accept that stupid nickname he gave me. He uses it in all his letters anyway. Then Leon wrote of the imminent departure of the Origin expedition from Kantar. They aim to head out for the wilderness of the high plateau of Baltayar to pursue their search for the abominable snowman. But worst of all, he says he won't be able to write to me. He says the Yetis don't have a postal service. Not funny. Anyway, I hope everything goes well for him. Wagen, October 14th, 1937. I must admit I'm a bit worried, dear diary. It's been weeks since I last heard from Leon. I knew he wouldn't be able to write once he headed out for the high plateau, but I didn't realize they were supposed to stay there for so long. I wonder what's keeping them. Wagen, October 21st, 1937. Still no news from Leon. It's making me physically nervous. I keep getting these horrible nightmares of Leon being attacked by ferocious snow creatures. I was sick this morning when I woke up, and I keep getting this oppressed feeling as if my lung affliction is back. My teachers at the academy find me distracted. I really need to get a hold of myself. Junta is going to stop by to see me at the academy after my lesson. With a little luck, she'll have some good news. Well, no good news. So let's go check the mechanism. So we can, do it again in the future. Where did I need to go? Do I just talk to these guys?
Oh, good grief. It's gonna take me all day long to clean that lot up.
Great. Oh, great. Introspection.
I can hardly believe I held my concert here just 6 months ago. 6 months. Seems like a lifetime. So much has happened. Meeting Leon for a start. It would be so good if he were here now. I love receiving his letters since he left to Baltair with the Origin expedition. The way he described Kantar, the capital, made it sound like a city from a dream. We've said so much on paper, and I love to read between the lines. But since the expedition left Kantar for the mountains, no news. I just hope he's okay.
So basically the same thing that the letters told us.
Pauline Rose, I'm waiting.
Where? Where are you waiting? Where do I need to go? Oh, do I need to go up there?
Yeah, today's the yearly service of the mechanisms on the square.
Okay. Oh, no, don't talk to him. So is it a cafe here? Must be this one here.
Hello!
Hello. And bye.
The maintenance room of the academy. Frau Beckmann forbids us from entering.
Okay, so we don't go there. So where do I go? Here? Apparently not. Dang. Talk to the Frau. Talk to Frau Beckmann. Who is where? This is annoying. She's here somewhere. Oh, I have to go up.
Come and see, Fräulein.
Incredible.
Isn't it just? You see these flags? Each mechanism housing for each musical automaton on the square is represented by one of these flags.
Fascinating.
Today is the day they are being serviced. Each mechanism has been inspected by an academy maintenance man. In theory, they're all functional, But if you like, you can go and see these maintenance men on my behalf and fetch back their respective reports. You would be doing me a big favor, as I have to inspect the piano in the kiosk. And also, it will give you a chance to take a peek at each of the automaton mechanisms.
Okay. Why me? No, thank you.
Thank you. I'd be delighted.
Now, take this. You'll need it to open the maintenance room that leads to the most impressive mechanism of all, that of the clock tower.
Thank you, Frau Beckmann.
Do you have any questions before you go?
The mechanical orchestra?
Do you know who built the mechanical orchestra? My father told me it didn't exist when he was young.
They were built by a strange young French inventor by the name of Vorarlberg some years ago. From what I heard, he was visiting Wagen while en route to the east, just after the huge fire that destroyed the town. He was moved by the legend of Vera Schönberg, that virtuoso who died in the fire, so he offered his talents to rebuild the city and create the mechanical orchestra.
About the piano?
When the mechanical orchestra played along with me last spring, it was incredible. But how does it manage to play at the same tempo as the piano? It was almost like in a dream.
Oh, it wasn't dream work, Fraulein, but clockwork. The piano is connected to the mechanism that you are going to inspect, and the hymn of Wagen played on the keys. That's what sets the rhythm and the intensity of the performance, and that's what triggers everything else.
And they want to computerize this?
What happened to Vera Schönberg? My mother always says it's the saddest story.
And she's right. You probably know that Vera Schönberg was Wagen's most famous musician at the beginning of the century. But her legend was truly born the night she performed a cello concerto, right here on the square. It was also the night of the worst fire in Wagen's modern history.
And Frau Schönberg, she died in the fire, right?
She did. As well as all the other musicians and the entire audience. They were surrounded by flames, trapped on this square.
How dreadful.
Wow.
Dreadful indeed. But according to the legend, Vera Schönberg kept playing Wagen's hymn until the very end. She understood they were all doomed to die, and her music brought them peace of mind during their last moments. This automaton you played with last spring was created in her image as a final tribute.
I had no idea.
Well, now you know all about the legend of Vera Schönberg. Was there something else, Fraulein Rose?
I'll go and see the maintenance team.
Good. Thank you, Fraulein.
Anything here?
According to Frau Beckmann, it opens the maintenance room just next to the clock tower.
Okay. So let's talk to people.
You can tell, Frau Beckmann, this automaton still works correctly, but it's so filthy that it won't last long. It's going to take me the whole day to give it a good clean if it's to get past winter.
Okay. And how about you? Oh, great. Huh.
What is this? This looks complex. Wow, I would hate to be the one who must tune this.
A part of the mechanism was damaged, but I changed it. You can tell Frau Beckman everything's in order now.
Okay. So the last dude is here. Oh, and I want another one of these.
The maintenance man said it was functional. I shouldn't touch it. It seems perfectly functional.
I'm worried.
So you're the one Frau Beckman sent, are you?
Oh, I have
Well,
to.
you can tell her there's no problem with this automaton. Just needs cleaning up and a bit of oiling. Have a gander at the mechanism if you like.
Okay, so everything is fine with those, but I have to switch to Kate if I need to. If I want to solve this problem. Let's go check the clock tower mechanism. And what we can find from here. Oh.
Hey, careful what you're doing here, right? Don't go and injure yourself or damage any of the material.
Okay, what do we have here? Lots of junk. A
The
bird.
spare parts for the automatons on the square.
One, I guess. Anything else?
I just come down from the tower. You can tell Frau Beckman everything's in order up there. The mechanism's in perfect condition.
According to what the maintenance guy told Dana, there should be an access to the clock tower somewhere in the room.
I wonder, would it be this?
Oh, I've already checked over everything upstairs. There's no point you going up there.
That
So
elevator Dana tried to take, it leads to the clock tower. We need to find it, Oscar.
It's probably right there still.
I should go back and see Frau Beckmann.
Yeah, let's go talk to her and then I think I'm gonna keep this short, but let's see.
The report ends here. It doesn't say what happened next.
I leave you.
Okay. Well, let's continue. I don't know.
The maintenance man said it was functional. I shouldn't touch it.
CGDA. CGDA. CGDA.
Looks like the rector was right, Oscar. I should be able to find the mechanisms he wants me to repair by following the circuit Dana described in the report.
They would still need to be accessible to us today, Kate Walker.
Glad to see you haven't lost any of your legendary optimism, my dear Oscar.
Who would I call?
Excuse me. Hello?
Now what?
He?
Why is the academy going to close?
For the simple reason
No
that we
money.
have no students. No students, no lessons. No lessons, no academy.
And why are there no students? If that's not a stupid question.
Because the mayor has taken away our grant that enabled our institution to become famous the world over.
Why would he do that?
Oh, budget restrictions, apparently. So, no staff, no students.
No students, no lessons. I get it.
But, between you and me and this counter, I'd say that's all just a pretext to get us out of the building.
And why would anyone want to do that?
To make others rich, of course. Property developers who are going to slice our institution up into shops, apartments, and office spaces, just like they've done with all the other buildings around the musical square.
There's just one problem. Even if I do manage to fix all the different parts of the mechanical orchestra,
Yeah,
I still
exactly.
have to play the piano properly, and I haven't
Exactly.
played piano since I left junior high. My mom bought me one when I was a kid, but it really wasn't my strong suit.
There's no need to worry. You don't need to be a virtuoso to activate the mechanism. The mechanical orchestra will come out if you play all the notes in the right order, regardless of the rhythm. You just need to know the basics of music reading.
Okay, let's talk about the modernization.
I see you're not a fan of modernizing the square.
Oh, the council, in its great wisdom, deemed it outdated and unpredictable for the musical automatons to be triggered by the best student in the academy, or a soloist, or a virtuoso visiting Vargan. Not to mention buskers, they certainly don't attract any tourists. No, what they
I would
thought
visit.
was they would electrify and computerize the activation of the mechanical concert. So it would happen on a schedule, like an attraction.
Did they do it?
Oh, the talks went on, but nothing was ever done. And so the square has basically been abandoned. And the mechanical automatons have fallen into disrepair.
I'd better get going then.
Quite. Good luck with the mechanisms, Fraulein.
Okay, I think I'm gonna stop here, and next time we're gonna start fixing the machines, mechanisms. I don't know when that will be. Next week. So, thanks for watching. Bye. Bye.